Do it. Boom. Welcome back to Fight His MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki again. I'm back. And y'all know my favorite interviewees from MMA Fight Club Management of Champions. Have you changed the name of your
Matchmaker
video?
champion. That's good enough.
Okay. Because I know you post under another title. What is that?
You talking about what I've been posting lately?
Yes.
No, I've been posting for Jacksonville Fight Club. That's a
Oh,
promotion
okay,
that I'm
okay.
working with, and I'm like the team captain there. And what you're seeing is my logo,
Okay.
and that's what
Okay.
I'm sending out.
Oh, okay, okay. I got you now. I'm with okay, I'm on track. I'm on track.
But
Welcome
management of
everybody.
champions is good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Keep it short.
Welcome to all those who are not here yet, but when y'all do see this video, welcome. It's me, Miss Nikki, Daryl Hatchett, and John the Baptiste, our fighter. We're about to have us a little fun because John has an upcoming fight. We're supposed to have two fighters tonight. We're supposed to be having both men that I'm interviewing tonight are return interviewees. So we've had interviews before. You just have to go on Face Fight Heads YouTube and find our video. But we're going to talk about what's going on right now with this young man, at least John. But we're supposed to have Kobe too. We'll see if Kobe will fall up in here. But if not, we'll just reschedule him. But we're going to talk to John and we're going to talk to Daryl and find out what is going on over there at Management of Champions and his fighters. So welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
How you doing?
Blessed. So, whichever one of you want to go first, be my guest. That's between coach and or manager and fighter.
Okay, well, he's been on here before. This is John the Baptist. What's your last name? No, John.
Birdsong.
Yeah, that's even
No, I
I
was
knew
just kidding.
that.
I was just kidding. I almost called you boring for some reason. 'Cause both of y'all supposed to be on the show, but yeah, Birdsong, of course. Um, yeah, I think that he's one of the most talented 135 guys out there. When I first saw him, I saw his fighting style, which I was very impressed because it's similar to mine. Um, it's almost like a Jeet Kune Do type style or whatever, and he's very fast, whatever. Um, he didn't have success in his first fight, and I know why. He took off too much weight coming in. He had 3 days. I think he lost like 18, 20 pounds in 3 days, which was marvelous, but it do take a lot out of you. And the guy that he did fight, he was fighting, was an excellent wrestler. He was just trying to wrestle, hold on for dear life. He didn't want to strike or anything like that. So when you come in there and you got kind of weak like that, it's kind of hard to fight off a wrestler. So I knew,
Right.
what the situation
And
was
you got
with him.
kind of weak like that. It's kind of hard to fight off a wrestler. I'm sorry.
But now I know he had time to train now and everything. Now when they get out there, it's gonna be a whole different show.
I know that's dang all right. So, how you feeling? How you feeling from the last fight, young man? How have you recovered from that?
It was man. I hate the like cliche stuff, but you learn from losses for real, and I didn't know that.
The first loss.
I'm fearless. Like I feel like I'm fearless now because I fight real smart. But in the past, in the amateurs, they told me it was kind of like it was boring, even though I was winning all my fights. So I feel like I want to entertain them now, man. I want to
Mhm.
that loss gave me that fearless type of feeling. Like I just want to entertain them and do my job, man. It's I want to show my real talent.
So 135 is where you want to be. Bantamweight is where
Yeah,
you want to be.
yeah.
Well,
I don't walk around too far from 135. I fought at 55 and 45. I won at 55 and I lost at 55. I won at 45 and lost at 45, but I don't know. It was good at say at 35. It's like nobody can really beat me, but in the pros, I still don't feel like I can be beat, but I'm gonna take a
I'm
chance and
saying,
I'm gonna do
like,
whatever I gotta do.
and the pros, like even in on the AMI side of that bantamweight division, that is a spicy ass division. It's always been spicy. It's always so heavy in that division. It's a lot of y'all in there.
A
So
lot
no
of good
matter
talent.
where y'all, a bantamweight can go almost anywhere and find a fight. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this upcoming fight in August,
Yeah,
Yes,
August.
13th.
Yep, 13.
okay, at Titans FC. Who is your
Gonna be
opponent?
on
Do you
UFC
know who?
Fight Pass as well.
Oh, boom! There y'all have it. News, news, news. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, on the
Another
UFC
reason,
Fight Pass. I got my fight pass. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
buddy.
I like Titan.
So,
yeah, I used to watch Fight Pass at work. I was working at the Motor City Casino here in Detroit, and I used to watch Fight Pass because I did coat check. I sat down all day and wait for people to check their coats, and that's all I used to do is watch Fight Pass. So it's crazy to be fighting on Fight Pass now, man. It's amazing.
so,
That's what Dana said he looked for his talent at. So he's always focused on that.
do you have any idea, you as his manager or you as the fighter or both of you, do you know who his opponent might be?
Sal Guerrero.
Yeah. I didn't hear you.
Okay,
His name is
so
Salgar. I think he's a more of a ground guy. I don't think he's much of a ground guy as the last guy. But it doesn't matter this time. I believe, like I said, John going there 100%. He got some good ground himself. He could do his thing.
okay, so what have you upped your game in? Give me at least one thing that you upped your game in since your last fight. And you were so impressive in that fight. That must have been I need y'all to send that to me so I can watch it because it must have been a knockdown drag out fight for them to invite you back.
Not really. They saw
Because
that he
they
had skill. The guy, it was a
that's
boring
what I'm
fight because the
saying.
guy, all he wanted to do was just lay on him. You know what I mean? But Don was very defensive with it. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
what I'm
I mean, they
saying.
see
Even though he
the
didn't
time
walk
when he was
away with
standing
the
up, they see what he
victory,
can do.
they was impressed with him
Yeah,
enough to say, "Come on back, we want you back.
Yeah.
We want to see what else you got in there." So that's
and I'm
absolutely
like,
fantabulous.
and I'm
So they,
like, man, I'm like, forget all. I know how to wrestle, but they want to see striking, man. They want somebody to get knocked out, man. So my adrenaline didn't even get going because he wasn't punching enough.
So
he
you
But
think
wasn't
you
I
got a
punching
know
at
the
little
all.
game that he was playing, the wrestling game that he was playing is technical. I understand that too. And he could basically see the sweat running off of me when I got to Florida. I was getting dehydrated real fast. So he played it smart.
okay? So this time you're prepared. You're
Yeah.
you're going to be what are you walking around at right now?
Right now I'm 140.
Okay, damn, that ain't even you ain't gonna have to
Five
break
five
but one
pounds.
sweat. Yeah, if you stay around that weight, you know what I'm saying? What's the
Mhm.
highest that you can get?
I walk around like 148 now.
Okay, that ain't bad at all.
But if I was to
Mm-mm.
eat, like I stopped eating pork, I intermediate fast, I stopped eating at a certain time. If I was to eat regular, I probably walk around at 53, 54.
Okay. Okay, so you seem like you're doing everything. So how with this pandemic have you been able to train? What's been your regimen for training and keeping your cardio and keeping just your footing and everything, just head movement, everything.
When I was little, I used to ask for like when I Christmas, I asked for martial arts gifts. I always asked for boxing gloves and I always asked for treadmills. And so right now, I got my heavy bag. I got some ropes.
Okay.
It's always
you
good to
know,
do that around the house, though.
Yeah, and no matter where I'm at, I'm training. Like if I'm either at the gym with the judo class or I'm in Osama's basement, we're going to train. We're kung fu kids, man. There's no excuse. It's always training time. I run home. I run everywhere. Sometimes I don't want to drive. I just run, just jog there.
So, how have you been able to manage knowing what is a good diet for you for your fight
Um,
life?
I really eat.
Trial and
I
error?
really eat. I fell in love with the intermediate fasting because I can eat what I want. I'm like George. I'm like Mr. Vaughn when it comes to eating. I like cakes and milk, cookies and stuff. But what I had to do because I like that is I had to fast. Like I need to start my breakfast at like 2 o'clock. My breakfast is at 2 p.m. So I starve all morning and I start my breakfast at 2 p.m. so that way I can eat later at night. And then while you're asleep, you're still burning fat and gaining muscle. I did a lot of reading on intermediate fasting, and it really worked. Like you can eat what you want, and you will still be losing weight.
Okay.
But then on
I,
top of that, when you cut the water weight and then you cut the sugar, you still drop a lot more. So it's like it's 3 ways to cut. Three things you got to do when you cutting weight: the fat, the water, the sugar. You know.
so
You know
when
what
you
he's talking
do,
about because I actually didn't think he was gonna make that weight, but, but he did it, and
I
that one
came
showed
in
me
at
how serious he
132.
is. But
so
yeah.
how do you not overindulge when you do have like your cheat day and stuff like that? How do you not overindulge?
Um, I think most people overindulge because they starve themselves or they deprive themselves. So mentally, you got to know yourself. Like when kids, I got kids now. So when you raise people and you don't let them do nothing, it come a time when they self-destruct. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
know
got
what
to
you
kind of
mean.
let them taste it a little bit. You got to let them taste it a little bit. You can't deprive them of it completely because we're human beings.
Right.
So once I found out that, like, oh, I can eat a little bit, but I gotta find out when I can eat. And that was with the intermittent fast. I don't eat all day. I drink my coffee with no sugar, so that won't start your fast. That won't start the insulin intake. So I can drink coffee all the way up until I start to eat, or I can drink water. But once I found that out, it was kind of good because I knew I was gonna get what I want later.
What beneficial properties
So
does coffee have for you?
it actually helped your fasting. Something about fasting where your body go into a stasis, like a ketostasis, when it starts to it use the fat that's already in your body for energy instead of you needing to eat for energy. It starts to use your body as energy, and that's why people start to lose weight.
Hmm.
So it eat up the fat inside you. It's already a lot of nutrients inside you that's stored. So that's what fasting do. It kick in and start using those nutrients.
No, 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 no. I said what beneficial properties does coffee have for you?
It helped the fasting process.
Oh, it really
It
does?
actually speeded. Yeah, it really did. Black coffee is proven to speed up. It's a poly word, I don't know, but it speed up these enzymes and these things inside your body to help you go into that state faster, that fasting state.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
it'll speed
how
it up. Caffeine and it don't. It's caffeine and black tea. It won't start your It won't break your fast. Caffeine, I mean, like black tea and black coffee won't break your fast, and water as well. That's the only thing you can do while you're fasting.
okay, okay.
I
So
fast a
maybe
lot. I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
With the tea,
we
with the
that
learn something
coffee,
new every
cause
day, don't
it's
we?
always
and
good for
that's
you to cleanse your body.
another reason why I'm saying like I don't like to deprive myself. I used to do that in my amateur career, and you kind of go through depressions. You know what I'm saying? You go through like real mental depressions. I'm angry at everybody. I'm mad. I don't want to talk. But now it's like I'm more happy. And I can still make the weight. So
Okay, that
I
sounds
know.
like a plan, young man. So, are you looking forward to your stablemate Kobe performing, possibly performing? Because at this point, we got to take it day by day with this pandemic and everything. So, at this point, he's supposed to be on this upcoming July 24th card, right, Daryl? Kobe?
Yeah, I'm very excited for him. It's been hard to get him a fight. Him
Have
being
you got him
Barbados.
over here yet? That's the reason why he's not up here with us yet. He's from Barbados, you guys, and the Wi-Fi, where he's at right now is a little funky. So as soon as he gets to a good spot, we'll have that moment with him. But
Um,
is he's in Barbados right now, right?
right.
So,
He's supposed to be. Well, he was gonna come train with me too before the fight. So we're just waiting.
but it's already the 11th. I mean,
I
almost.
know, but it was some difficulties with the air flying and shit like that over there. You know,
So,
where he
do
couldn't get a
you
flight at that time. They closed at the time, and he
if
couldn't.
he so right now it's looking like what?
No, they're getting it open up in a couple of days.
Okay. So even in a couple of days, that's still a couple
He gonna
days
jump on that
shorter
joker
than.
and bring his ass on over here before anything else happens. You know what I mean?
Well, do you feel that he'll be able to overcome jet lag and get a minimal amount of training in before he walks into this fight?
He is a different type of fight. I have faith in Kobe. I believe he can come out here and he know what he's doing. He did it before and won the Sam Show championships. So he should be able to do the same.
Oh, so he might be on some old Jorge stuff in a minute.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. So maybe what we just ought to do is wait till he get here to set up our interview. So then that way we, you know what I'm saying?
You could do
We,
that. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds good. So back to you, Mr. Baptiste. So this cat that you're going to fight, what do we know about him?
Man, these boys be taking all their fights off of YouTube and stuff, trying to be all secretive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
They get on my
I
nerves
mean,
with that
man, I
stuff,
know you had
man.
an amateur career.
So what does his topology record say?
What was he?
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah.
And you're what?
I'm 0-1, so that's his pro and that's my pro.
You over here talking like you got the better record right now.
I
Well,
could, man. These guys.
he had an outstanding amateur record. Like I
I
said, that was
know,
his
but
first
I'm
big one.
saying I'm just saying, like you throwing that smoke out there. You really wanted to come on and get this in with you, don't you?
Yeah, man.
And I
It's
don't want to count
crazy,
that last
man.
fight. I know why he lost. I mean, I just give him that A for effort for doing everything to try to make it, to do the weight and everything. That's a plus right there.
And
And
how
I
much weight did
appreciate that. That's all I appreciate that you see through. Because I would have never did that in amateur. I always made sure it was perfect. And I just, UFC Fight Pass, oh, I'm doing it. I don't care win or lose. What?
I
Yeah,
know that's dang all right.
on a
I
3-day
know
notice
that's
too.
right.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so with Sal, I mean, I saw his high school. He got a high school background of wrestling. So he left his wrestling up there, which means he's working on his boxing.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
it's still like, okay, whatever. He want to lead me to wrestling up there. So when he looking at the legs, he trying to hit me with an overhand or something stupid. But I ain't having that. I ain't having none of that. I ain't having none of that. Because they secretive. That mean they not ready to really fight like gladiators. Like, so what? I leave my fights up there. Y'all can study it. The greats get studied all the time. And they go in there and do it. What's up?
But
But
I
most
know
these
his
guys,
gym.
they
His
want to
gym is
have
pretty tough.
but a
His gym
lot
is
of the
pretty tough, but we beat him before
oh you have in the
Yeah,
Amis?
in the amateurs. Yeah.
You and him fought before as amateurs?
No, not him. But I'm
Oh,
saying I've
okay,
had,
just your
my
but the
gym.
fighter of
team.
yours.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So do you think he's coming with the idea of getting some redemption, from your team? It don't matter who who y'all put in
Nah,
front
I
of him.
doubt it. I doubt it. He probably was, this goes way back, Say
That's what I'm
maybe we
saying.
started fighting with him maybe 10 years ago. So, you know, so You know, I'm sure that's not what he's thinking about. But
Okay.
what he do know is the killers that I have on my team, and he know he got to come at 100 for sure. So
Okay, okay. I also know that he probably thinking he will think to himself, he better keep that same energy after the fight.
right.
Oh my goodness. So, young man, how do you want this fight to end? What is it, a 3 round fight? A 3 round bout?
Yeah, 5 minute
Okay.
rounds, 3 rounds. I want
Yeah.
look. I'm looking for the knockout. I'm looking for the knockout. Cause look,
Are you? Are you?
I'm looking for the knockout, man. Them boys gonna keep on running and chasing lead, and he not standing up with me. He not standing up with me.
Yeah, they're gonna look at the last fight and they say, okay, this is how we're gonna beat him. We're just gonna lay on his ass.
And I never got caught. I never got to fight this fast until I lost. Cause now people looking like, oh, I know how to beat him, but they don't really understand the circumstances. So I'm happy. Like I'm real happy.
So how
Like
how
okay,
how did he get you to the ground? What kind, did he just use a single? Did he use a double? Did he get you up against the
I
He's a
mean,
good
cage?
wrestler. He was a good wrestler.
yeah, he was good wrestler. He used his feints, and he was using the pressure. You know, a lot. He was reading me. He could tell I was tired. I could tell. You know, I could tell when people tired. So I was trying to fake and use my poker face and everything, but he kind of got a look. They can tell he was nervous of the stand up, but he kind of read through it and he kind of kept pressing, and then he got the last takedown. And he could probably feel it. He can feel that this what he need at the time. So, but yeah, he just wanted to take down. He just wanted to lay and pray.
So
Yeah.
have you been working on your takedown defense?
Yes, my takedown defense is 2 days ago, and then today we did a lot of ground game. But I'm not bad at ground. I'm real good at ground. I just no excuses. But I'll show you. Like listen to the interview of the last fight. They like Birdsong comfortable on the ground. You can tell I'm comfortable, and I can fight off my back. It was just I can feel my energy. So I was trying to fight a different game. I still wasn't quitting, but I like, oh, if I strike too much, I'm just gonna fade away. So I'm like, okay, let me preserve this. I was
Mhm.
preserving. It's just something I had to do.
Okay,
But
but this
this
time it's
time,
gonna be.
it's none of that. It's we going straight in.
I know that is dang all
We
right.
going straight in.
All
How
right
you do
now.
it?
And see, I already know because I talked to Daryl enough, and he definitely wants to see you guys progress and get better fights, and he wants to challenge you guys when he puts you into fights. No, he don't want it to be no easy road. So when you do get to the upper echelon, you know what I'm saying? You're at least halfway there.
Yeah.
So it
I'll,
looks like
I'm
he
happy
may
to
have
run into
set up
Daryl,
another good
man.
fight for you.
Yeah. I'm happy to run to Daryl, man. Daryl like my family already, man. He got a fire inside of him, but I love him.
I know that's dang all right.
there you
Yeah,
go.
because
What to say, man.
he want me to do my best. He want me to succeed and everything. So I respect that. Now I'm
And
happy.
I know he can do it.
He the
I know
first
he can
person
do
to
it.
really give me a chance and really stick on and hold his word. And he did what he said he was gonna do, and I appreciate that for real. Because a lot of guys was dodging me, and I couldn't get a fight.
Oh, I know that's damn right. So let's talk about Fight Island. UFC 251, Abu Dhabi, Yas Island. Let's get it, you guys, because I know y'all got some opinions and y'all got some picks. I already
Oh
know.
yeah, this gonna
Oh
be good.
yeah,
I
I'm
can't
on
wait.
DraftKings. It's an app that you can bet on the fights.
Yeah.
So
I haven't bet it yet, but I'm definitely going on it.
you already spending up your purse money, huh? From your upcoming fight.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
baby,
Oh
I
my
love it.
goodness. Okay. So I
Paige.
want
So I'm looking at Paige, my baby Paige. I've been watching her for a while. I want my old school people to win because I've been watching for a while. So I want Aldo to win, and I
That's gonna
want
be a tough fight for him.
Mr. Vol. I like Usman, but come on now, man. Come on now, man. I mean, I don't see his striking. I thought Gilbert was gonna handle Usman because his striking. Usman kind of he's slow. He good with his ground, so he feels safe standing up and leading off the jab. But
Right.
Gilbert was ready to go in there and just get you out of that comfort state, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he was gonna really mix it up with him. But I feel like Mr. Vol gonna do the same thing. He gonna get him out of that comfort state because it's boxing, and everybody underestimate Mr. Vol ground game. So
Well, I think Jorge
hey,
myself, I think his chance is to get him out early, to get him surprised because he's not gonna out wrestle him. You know, he might. What he has a Usman has a very good stiff jab as well. You know, it may come out slow or whatever too, but it's stiff and it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
if
yeah,
he just got to be careful with that. He just got to really what Jorge is. He's good at. He's good at pinpointing his punches. You know, and if that's what he's gonna have to do, he got to be real. He got to explode too with it.
I
And
think
but if you try to
Jorge.
wrestle him, it's not happening.
I think
ah,
Jorge's fight IQ is just a little off center of everybody else's because if you look at the way he throws some of his strikes, like he already know where he want to hit you, and he throw it and he hits you right there. Most
man,
people,
beyond. So
most people got to either be looking at it when they hit it or they don't look at it when they hit it. They just throw their punches. So with Jorge, he's tricky because he could be looking right at you, smiling, dead in your face, sneaky with something real good. And I love his clinch work. I just think he has some great clinch work when it comes to the stand up clinch. Like he's good with them elbows and them knees and shit. I love that shit.
Uzma
That's
got
what
some
I
good
feel.
clinches too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he ain't as sneaky as Jorge with that shit. Jorge is a
That's what I'm
mother.
saying. Okay,
He's
he's
a
gonna have to be able to, like I said, his timing got to
he's a
be right.
wolf.
And he got to explode right at that right time. If he don't,
Right.
if he don't, he's gonna mess up. I'm telling you. If he gets to the ground, it's over with. That's when Usman is. That's what he's good at. He's gonna pound him. He's gonna do all that. He's a pounder. He's a ground and pounder. He ain't no submission guy. You
So
get him to
this
the
is my
ground,
right,
it's gonna be bad.
but this is my thing. We're all talking about the same thing. If it goes to the ground, how everybody expects Usman to be the advantageous one. We don't know what Jorge has been working. We
Oh, I
just
want
don't
him to
know.
win.
We don't know until he show us. So at
and
this
that's what I'm
point,
trying to
like
say. Like y'all not gonna understand till I stopped and slapped somebody in the guard. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Cause they thinking it's sweet. They thinking it's really sweet. Like you could just take me down and you win. I'm gonna cut somebody in the guard. You know what I'm saying? Because Jorge, it's a psychological fight on top of physical. So you can read people's eyes too. And Jorge got that from the streets. Oh,
yeah.
he fading away. He doubting himself. It's time for me to attack him. You know, beyond just boxing and wrestling,
And that's
it's
another
psychological.
thing. Like they not even giving they talk about it, but I don't think they really want to give him the edge because of the experience that he brings to the game, like where he started, where he's built up to right now. I mean, I think they really want to just and then they also have been ready for it with the built-in excuse of Jorge doesn't win. In my eyes, in my personal opinion, Jorge at this point can't lose this fight. He can't. He's built up so many years
I
to
don't
this.
think. You know what? I don't
Even
think so. I'm gonna disagree with that one right there
hold
I
on,
gotta
because
disagree with that
hold
too
on,
he
because
still
this
got that.
left for
hold
the
He still
on.
got that
BMF.
other
He
belt.
still got the BMF.
Yeah.
What the fuck
I don't
that
think actually. I think it was
excuse
a
my
brilliant,
language?
brilliant,
But what
brilliant
does
move.
that BMF belt don't have nothing to do with this
Yeah,
170
but he
belt.
don't really have much to lose, and he's still gonna have that belt afterwards. He's
I'm
fighting a
not
champion.
saying listen, I'm not saying that he is devalued if he doesn't win the fight. What I'm saying to
Yeah.
you that we've been following and believing and wanting for this for so long with him, for him, and to him, that this
Right.
is it right here. He needs to go ahead and seal this deal. I don't want to
Well,
see him have to come back and try for it a second time. I need him to seal
I
this
feel you.
motherfucking deal right now because
This
I don't want
he
to
need
have
to.
no more
He
repeat
need to.
conversations about this shit. You feel what I'm
He's talking a
saying?
lot of shit.
He
He
done
needs
said
to.
enough. He done said enough. I need that. I need that belt, bro. And this he gonna
Right.
have to share that with us as the fans. He gonna have to share that belt with us as the fans. I don't need, and
Yeah.
I'm not accepting no excuses. And you know why? Because he signed that contract. He told me he was ready. He says he's ready. He fucking made weight. I'm not accepting. All I'm accepting is one man wins, one man loses. I
Oh
don't want
yeah.
to hear no. I don't want no reasons for why. I don't even need no
hey,
reasons for why. You
It'd
feel
just be
me?
nice
I
if
don't
they
need
keep
it.
it on their feet. I like to see them slug it out.
Boo, boo.
And
That's
you
what I've
see,
been
he slugged
saying.
it out. He slugged it out with Kobe. He did not go for that one takedown, and they both superior wrestlers.
And that's what
You
I'm
know what I
but
mean?
I'm
saying.
gonna tell you
Everybody,
why, and that's what I was
look,
just gonna say, because he wrestled Woodley. So Jorge throw in volume.
yeah, he's a good combo
Yeah, he
puncher
do.
too.
That little one punch, people tell me in sparring, like John, double up. You can't just keep throwing single shots. All right, that's professional. You can't just
Cause
keep throwing
that's
single
when,
shots.
yeah, cause that's when your opponent freaking gets your timing when he knows you're
And
throwing the one
Jorge got
punch.
a good
But if you
counter.
double up or you triple up or you quadruple up on their ass with one, two, three, boom, kick, leg,
So we know how to make Usman
a
wrestle.
leg kick.
We know how to make Usman wrestle. All you got to do is throw in volume, outstrike him. He's going to go to his wrestling. And Jorge already proved that, he want to knee somebody. So
See, I think so many times
That one is not gonna work this time.
no, he's
we
not going to
look
run
at,
straight in, but you can just basically tell when somebody finna go depending on it's called your tendencies, your tendencies.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. We look at their tendencies and we think we know how they're going to fight for that upcoming fight. But this is my thing. Everybody is saying that we believe that Usman is going to probably initiate the takedowns in this fight. What if it doesn't end up being like that? Because anything can happen in the fight, and Jorge may be the one that starts to faint. You know what I'm saying? To faint like he's going to do the take. I'm just looking for anything to happen. But at the end of the day, when Jorge get his hand raised, I told you so. I mean,
Well, I hope
I
he do.
love
Hey, I
Mr.
bet my
Usman
money
is a
on it,
great
so
fighter. I can't
I'm
take
not
nothing from
having it
him.
no other way. I feel like Jorge can force Usman to wrestle, and when he do, you basically you got the game in your control. If you can make your opponent do what you want him to do.
Yeah, yeah,
I got third
yeah.
rows too.
Oh, me too. Me too. Everybody that is underdog on this main card, I'm riding with them. I think Peter
Right.
is the only one that's not the underdog. Isn't Jose the underdog? Is Jose the underdog?
Yeah, he's
Or
the
is Peter?
underdog. Because everybody,
Okay.
everybody,
So
they think,
Peter's the only one that's not an underdog that I
right.
am going with.
Oh, you want Peter to win? I want Jose
Yes,
to
I
win.
do. Yes, I do. Yes, and everybody keeps saying the same thing. Oh, Jose did this. Look, I would never ever knock anything that you guys do at any point for any reason. But I'm just going to say this. At this point, look at these young, hungry ass beasts that are in this fucking division. If he gets this title, how long do we expect him to stay around and retain it? He's been
He's
through
trying to make
some
Who,
history.
bad stuff.
Jorge?
He's
Look,
trying to
for
make
me,
history.
see, for me, this is how y'all built up this champ thing. Is that you are current champion in two weight classes currently at the same time, and you're defending at the same time. I think y'all lose a little bit of steam when y'all come with that champ thing. Yeah, it'll be great for him to come down and possibly get a title at 135. Yeah, but it doesn't have the same as which y'all started out initially for this to be. So I'm like, okay, I'm good with him getting this
I don't know.
belt if
I don't
he
know
wins.
about that. I'm just looking like boxers had it all the time. Boxers had champ all the time.
Hmm. That's true. Even
So
more
we wanted
pimp,
that
pimp.
too. UFC and MMA kind of off. You know, we can't unify belts and stuff like that. We kind of got
But
one
y'all
belt.
fight more often than boxers do. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but I
that's
feel
what
like,
makes it important. If you are going to state that claim that your ass need to be doing it to the way it's supposed to be done. That's what I'm saying. When it gets efficient for people, then the rules start going out the damn window. Number one start getting overlooked for their title fights and shit like that. I mean, cats start laying with dogs and gumdrops start falling out the sky. Stuff just start happening
but
that don't even make sense, but we roll with it because that's what it
hey,
is.
but look at this. Wouldn't it be nice to have like a UFC belt, a one championship, and a Bellator belt?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. if
That
they can ever
that
come, if
would
they could ever come to agreeing to do that, yeah.
But
But
they go, everything about politics and everything about business and money now. So you know why it's the way it is, So, but
and
it'd be nice.
even and I looked at the fight with Jose and Marlon, and I said to myself, no matter what we think, the judges seen it a different way, and Marlon retained that number one position in the bantamweight division, and
I
um,
thought Jose won.
I believe that
I watched it.
this fight was made because Jose has a whole country behind him. That's X amount of pay-per-views, and
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? So I get that, but at least for Marlon, no, for the fighters, notify them that this is about. Why do they have to always hear about big shit like this in the media when it pertains to a contract that they didn't sign in the media? They signed it in private, and we know that this fight was going to happen. So I'm like, at least have something for him to look forward to and be able to say, okay, well, yeah, I didn't get this fight was taken away or it was moved, but I do have this at least that I'm banking on. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But I think that come down to some of the fighters behind closed doors picking and choosing. Sometimes they don't want to just fight
That
anybody. They
contract
be
was
waiting.
signed.
Oh, of course.
That
Yeah.
because they were going to fight. Peter Yan and Marlon were going to fight. That contract was signed, bro, and the pandemic happened, so it got canceled.
Okay.
So you see
Okay.
what I'm saying? So when everything
Okay.
started to move again, watch my interview with Marlon. When everything, both of us, him and I, found out less than 24 hours before we did that interview that he wasn't even going to be fighting that kid again. That he wasn't even going to be, that his fight was not even going to go through. They had given it to Aldo. So,
And
like,
that's another reason why I'm finna turn the fuck up because they don't want to motherfucking give you a fight unless you exciting.
so
So
I guess
I'm
in
about
a
to go.
way,
Hey,
but
I'm going
see,
ape shit.
that's why I try to do the interviews
Sometimes
with
that's
you
just how
guys
you gotta
because
do
I feel like
it.
y'all got to build yourself up too. So that's part of your job also as a fighter is to build yourself up too. So with that being said, if you don't spend a lot of time with some of these guys or girls in the media and you kind of hide a little bit, then people don't really know until you pop up on a card, and people are not, they don't have your back as much because they don't hear and see from you as much. So this is the time where y'all need to be talking to all of us that do interviews, podcasts, all that, everybody with their own little show and grandmama show, all that. Y'all need to get up there with grandma and everybody. So when things really, because God is going to bless us and He's going to get us through this pandemic. I believe that wholeheartedly. When things do go back to 100, go back to normal, and we're able to have events with the fans and all of this stuff, y'all have had a chance to really build yourself up and give yourself a good looking persona for your fan base to want to come out and see you fight once the action starts moving like that again.
So that's why I got him on your show, Miss Nikki.
Thank you. I love chopping it up with my fighters because I just think it's the most amazing thing that y'all do. Y'all put your bodies and y'all mind through so much, and it takes a lot out of the family core, out of your families too, because they support what y'all do. And they there when y'all hurting, when you done lost it, when you had your tooth knocked out, when you had your eye poked, and cuts all on your forehead, and your body's beat up, and your legs. You know what I'm saying? That I could not even imagine if somebody even think they're gonna do that to me. If they sleep, they better wake up and apologize to my ass because I'm not having
Yeah, we extremists.
it.
We extremists. Like people think fighting is so brutal, but most of us nerds. Most of us like science and metaphysics and meditation, and we want
I
to
think
use these. We want to
y'all
use
are
these real things
quite
in our
y'all
physical
are
body.
very quite educated. I find even if you don't have technical schooling, y'all know a lot of different things about a lot of different things. And so it makes it fun for me to talk to y'all because then y'all teach me something I don't know outside of
Not, it
fighting
ain't
most
for
of the time.
everybody, that's for sure. And it ain't for just people that just want to be a fight. You better have it in you. That's for sure.
Right, right. I think people look at it and say, "Oh, it's just a street fight or a fist fight." But I don't think people sometimes realize how much y'all really do have to dedicate yourself and your life and your mind and your body to what you do. This takes a lot. It takes a lot. And then a
Yep.
lot of people and then the struggle is real because just because you're fighting doesn't mean you're making all this money. I mean, if that was the truth, then Jorge and John Jones and people like that wouldn't still be screaming about making more money. So they got to understand that not only are you sacrificing your mind and your body, but your damn pockets too, because you got to have
Yeah,
ticket sales and
our worth, and our health. We go out there because at the end of the day, we really love it, and then we'll find a way to do that shit for free.
and I know that most of y'all, if it could be, you know what I'm saying, if it's something that y'all could do for free, I know that y'all would do it. But y'all got to have some type of compensation for what you put on the
But
line
then
after.
you got
Now,
dudes like Rick.
I had a trainer that used to make us walk across a board of nails.
Wow. Hey, that's the old school right there.
Oh man, old kung fu type shit. Yeah, but
We
I
still
wouldn't
do
do it
iron
again.
palm.
I wouldn't do it
We still
again.
no, because it's something about when you want to do it when you're young, your body can handle it. But once you start to
Yeah.
realize reality and you're not a dreamer no more, you lose that little talent. That's why I'm still a kid at heart, and I believe I got powers. I believe I can punch through somebody. So
That's how I used to be too.
How old are you?
yeah,
How old are
but
you?
you be listening. If you ever listen to Tupac, he tell you when guys get like 28, 30, they lose that tenacity, that fight that they used to have as a male teen. And when I heard that, I said, "Oh, okay, I ain't finna grow up. I'm finna keep that." You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't believe that. Shit, I still want to fight. Tell you the truth, I still
I
feel I got
know.
too
Yeah,
much in me. You know what I mean? So hey,
I
yeah.
guess
you
I
never
guess
I
lose
that's
mean,
why
lose that.
the older gentleman jumped up in Mike Perry's face, huh? He still wanted to fight too, huh?
Yeah,
He wanted
he
all that
probably
smoke,
actually thought
right?
he could do something. He was feeling himself.
deep
Oh
down
Lord
inside, like Rocky
Jesus.
said, it's
If
still in the
we
basement.
Yo,
He
if
probably was
we
pretty
got a
tough with all the
grind.
other old guys and people that was in there. That's probably what it was. You know?
Come on now. And then he looking at, how guys be when they old. They might save the day and their woman gonna treat them nice and shit. Like, oh yeah, baby, you was nice out there. I like how
Yeah.
you handled that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but he had to find out that his day saving them days is over for his
That wasn't a
ass.
smart move. I mean,
I'm
I don't
sorry, he
condone
had to find
everyday
out
Michael
that
doing, but
way.
that sure the hell wasn't a smart move on his part.
Hey, I seen this
Yeah.
stuff firsthand when people tried to like save the day. I'm from the hood and it didn't end their way. I seen this shit a lot. Like,
Hmm.
stay out the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So so for you, Daryl, who are you picking in the Page versus Amanda fight?
I like Paige, but I don't think she's gonna win this one. What we call it? She's pretty tough. This is probably the toughest fight she's probably gonna go in there with. so far.
Do you
And
think? Do you think
Paige
her being?
is too up on trying to be a sex symbol. You know what I mean?
Listen, don't
Hey, she
start.
can do it.
Do
She
not
can do it.
feel
She can
me.
do it.
She done it. But
She's done,
listen
and
to
she's
this.
making money doing it.
Yeah. So what she was saying was that she did that to supplement her income or lack of income from her fight career because she's had some injuries that she's had to take time off for and stuff like that. And she feels like that she can go out and kind of get a judgment from the rest of the world of what her value is as a fighter. I don't know whether she's looking for her value as a fighter, as a personality, as I don't know what part of her she's looking to be validated. So this is
We'll
her
see in the
last
fight.
Her,
fight. This is her last fight on her contract.
Right. I
So
think she
at
wants to
this
go to
point,
Bellator.
she still got to come. She still got to come out of here with a win. She still got to come out of here with a win because at the end of the day, nobody wants to leave anywhere with a loss and go into a new place.
You
You know
don't
what I'm
want
saying?
to. No, you don't want to. You
And
know, but Bellator will still take her.
I know Bellator will, but I'm saying
Yeah.
how much respect will the girls over there really have for her?
Right. You're right. She got to just prove herself.
I mean, you
But
know what I'm
her
saying?
boyfriend over there, she'll
Yeah,
be happy
true
with.
that.
That's what she
And you
want to
know what?
do.
I thought that's probably what it was, but she has made no mention of it. She's also denying that
She's
anybody's
not.
making offers to her about anything. So I'm surprised at that, being that she's such a crossover star. I don't believe that, but I don't
Well, they
expect
do
her to
everything
be
together.
so.
Like they so much in love and all that, So they probably want to be in the same promotion together too.
You too funny. I mean, they married. She married this young man. Why is
business
you
and pleasure
laughing?
don't mix.
But no, I don't
I'm
know.
saying
I
we
don't think she's happy with UFC. Tell you the truth.
probably
Man,
not.
I think Paige finna win. I don't care about none of that. I believe that today's business made it like you gotta cross brand now to be something. You can't just be one thing. So, yeah, we all look like we're not focused on one thing, but we doing that because they made it. It's harder now, man. And I think she was winning on the striking, and she just got slammed on her head.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Rose is badass, man. I think
I
if she
hope.
don't get slammed on her head, I think this is gonna be a good, easy fight for her. I think
Yeah,
she's
I
gonna get a
know. Old
knockout
girl
finish
got some
too.
solid wrestling. She's strong like me. I think and
So
If she get
Rose
their
was
been.
hands on
my
you, you going
question.
up and you're going in the air for sure.
That was that's my question. How does Rose, even with the domination she had in her first matchup,
Like she was doing that first.
how how
Like she
does
was doing
she
that first,
not?
keeping her distance, keeping that jab out there. Don't let her
But
get in
old girl
close.
still, but old girl was still able to power her way into to that position. You feel what I'm
You
saying?
got to stop it.
It's
That's
ways
what
to
you need
like.
to have worked on.
It's
Stopping that.
if they was drilling wrestling, it's ways to hold on to somebody so that they gotta go down in the awkward way where they can't just slam you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If she working on her wrestling, she'll know not to get picked up like that again.
I'm
She went.
saying we all know that Rose is a very light fighter, and Jessica is she's just like a muscle little bound woman, and that's her thing. She like to fling people around. That's what she like to do.
But look at this, Chris Cyborg and Nunez. We thought Nunez was gonna get whooped.
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
I did.
okay.
I
Chris
did
Cyborg
not.
was like not normal for a while. When we thought any woman fought her was gonna get whooped.
I
I
thought she
didn't
was gonna
think.
wipe new hands out to tell you the truth.
I thought that that was going to be a fight that was going to go down in the history books in a different way. I thought they were really going to duke it out, and she was going to push Amanda and all that kind of stuff. But it
I
didn't
still
even
think, yeah,
like,
I still think they
boo,
should have
stop
a
playing
rematch.
with
I don't think
me.
it's gonna happen, and that's the bad part about it. But they do need
Chris
a rematch.
Cyborg, she fucking, she face planted her ass.
Yeah, but
She
that was a
Amanda
fluke. Come
face
on, come
planted
on.
her. Rematch what,
What if she
bitch?
didn't get that punch
Rematch
in?
what?
What
Rematch
if she
what?
didn't
You
get that
want
punch
what?
in?
What you
She
want?
would have had a hard night. Trust me.
You want some extra butter on them pancakes? What you need?
Hey,
No,
hold
I
on.
still
Face
think
plant.
Cyborg is too strong for her.
Hey,
Too strong.
what's Paige husband name?
I don't know.
I
I
forget his
really
name.
don't.
He the
I forget his name.
kickboxer.
Mr. Page Van Zant, as they call him, no.
He's his name Perry, ain't it? It's Perry, ain't it?
I don't know what his name is. I really
But
don't.
anyway, remember Chet Congo and him?
Look,
Chet Congo got face planted and came back
let
up.
me tell you
Oh
something.
yeah.
This is so our girl Amanda Germaine Duranamy did not want to fight Chris Cyborg, so she vacated her belt. Then here
That
comes
was a chick. That was a coward move.
yeah, whatever. So when it comes full circle and Amanda then beat up on Chris, then Jermaine steps back into the picture. She wants to be a new challenger, but she wants to make Amanda come down a weight class because she thinks it's an advantage for her. But you see
Yeah.
how that ended. That was not well for her either. So with that being said, rematch for what? That girl changed weight classes to get away, and she still didn't get away. So with that being said, Chris Cyborg rematch. What? That's not even a fight I really want to see. I
Who
like
else gonna fight
Amanda.
Nunez? Who else gonna fight her?
Who you talking about, Cyborg or Amanda?
Amanda
Cyborg.
Nunez. Like she
Oh,
beat
Amanda.
everybody. She gotta have rematches now.
Make
It's
all the
one
other
fight
girls
I would like to see her fight. What's that girl
run a
name that was a
tournament.
Victor champion?
Wait a minute, run a
Holly
tournament and
Holm.
make the
Oh,
other
Victor.
girls look.
Tall
I
chick.
need her. Nope, I need Holly to sit down for a little while.
No, not Holly. I'm talking about
Yeah, I
what's her
need her to
name?
sit down for a
She's a
while.
Victor champion. She real tall. I think Spencer had beat her in a
Budding,
close fight.
budding is her name
Who?
Budding or something?
Her
Budding.
striking real good.
Yeah, but she's real tall and real rangy, and nobody over in Victor could beat her. You know, she came over here. She got a loss or two here, but they're controversial, and she was supposed to be the hopeful to come and you know and beat actually to beat Cyborg. But I'd like
Mm,
to see her and Amanda fight.
mm. Okay, well we're gonna see. We'll put some ears
Why
to
can
it
I think of
and
this
let's see
girl's
what
name
happens.
though?
I don't know. I
Uh,
can't think of her name either. And she's what in the 145 division or the 135?
well, she's been fighting. She's big. She could fight 145. When she came over, I think that's what she was doing.
You ain't talking
Who
about this
y'all got for
girl,
Max? Who y'all got going for Max Holloway?
Max.
Oh, I
Max.
want Max to win.
I want Max to win, but
A
man,
man,
Volskin.
a man with nothing to lose is a very dangerous man.
This the
And
rematch,
so he
right?
was saying he'd come and fight Westmacall if he win, and they pay him good for it.
And just the fact that he's got so much mystery going into the fight about his training and what he's been doing and has he improved or will he improve? I know
I think
that
every now and then a fighter want to get out that normal regimen and just do something different and fight.
right. So at this
Because
point, like look at what Mike Perry did. He went up there with no crew. You know what I'm saying? And proved this point. And look at what Dustin Poirier did. He came up there after being on a little layoff and coming back from an injury and had a fight of his life and turned up. He really fucking turned up. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, like Max has already been the champion. It's not even about this belt. It's definitely about him proving something to himself. He feels like he has nothing to prove to the fans or anybody. So this is definitely got to be a mental thing for him. And that's why I'm rolling with him because I think a man that has nothing to lose and he's in his own head can be very dangerous.
it's gonna be a good one.
Definitely gonna be a good one.
Absolutely. Because Mr.
Man, this card is
Volkanovski,
stacked, man. I can't
and the
wait for
fact
it.
is, even anybody that looks at that fight between him and Alexander, that first fight, like we've never seen anybody control Max like that. it didn't seem like he was. It don't seem like his body was there, but it was almost like he was not there.
Yeah.
And and Alexander just completely took advantage of that and controlled most of that fight and was able to do some things to him that we had not seen be done to Max in either at all or in a great while. So
He didn't look
with
there in that Dustin fight either.
you see what I'm saying? So he had to go back to his basics. And I think that's what we're seeing right now with Max is that maybe he's just going back to the old
He
fashioned
said he ain't been
digging in the
training
dirt.
though. He said all he been doing
Ah,
was shadow boxing. Yeah.
even if like you said, John,
Hey,
sometimes y'all like to try new stuff I mean, sometimes y'all do gotta go off the beaten path to get back on the beaten path.
Right. He said they got no sparring or nothing for this fight. But I don't think that's true.
yeah, sometimes, but I feel like technically in this fight, I feel like Alexander, his striking IQ so high, he not worried about max takedowns, so it's not good.
Mm.
Shit, look what Jimmy's from, his teammates.
If
They
he
got
had
him
those
on the
This
lead
takedowns
is
to worry
in
about,
practice. Yeah.
this fight is one that Max, that's what I'm saying. He's digging deep within himself. And this is probably the deepest he's ever in his fight career had to dig
man, I need a cup.
within himself. He's been in some tough fights, he's been in some bloody fights, but mentally, this is the young man that took his belt and he did it in a nice grandiose fashion that wears on the mind. And that's what I'm saying. It's not even so much of him coming to reclaim that belt back, but it's about him just getting that win back. He need that back for his own sanity.
Oh yeah.
He
He
needs
definitely
that
need that
back.
win. He need to get back
So
on top again. You
I
know.
don't think I don't think that it ever really, I mean, it knocked him off out of the title spot, but I don't think it knocked him out of the top because nobody has ever stopped talking about him. Nobody has ever stopped talking about Max, even since he's lost his belt.
Well, it's a lot
And
of
and
fighters they don't stop talking about,
and,
but
and
they can't quite.
everybody
You
and we
know.
all we
Look
all
at Conor
seem to
McGregor. I don't see him.
don't even talk to me about him. I don't
I
know.
don't see him winning no title shot to none of these guys that he's supposed to be fighting.
He
I don't see
don't
him
have to
beating.
win no title shot. He's Conor McGregor. That's why I
Yeah, but
said
I'm
don't
just
even talk to
saying
me
he.
about
I don't
him.
see him winning. He could get the title shot, but he's not going to win it. You know, he's not
he
going to
can
beat Khabib. He should have ain't going to beat Usman. I like to see him fight Jorge because for style wise, but no,
now
Usman
that would be
and
a great fight.
Khabib is not happening. You know,
Hmm.
he
Let
might
me
want to
say
start
something
fighting other
about
people
him.
for money or go to another weight class.
That's another
Mhm.
thing. Blessings and prayers go out to the Nurmagomedov family for the loss of
Yeah,
Senior. But that's
yeah,
another
definitely.
one. That is another one. It's only going to go one or two ways when he come back. It's only going to go one or two ways. He is either going to maul his opponent to death or he's going to take his first loss. It's only going to go one or two ways. And I could only imagine the energy that he has already previously had pent up before his dad got sick. You know what I'm saying? All this dick,
Right.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And now with that on top of it, like he is super dangerous. He's going to be he's either going to be a very demure little pussycat or he's going to be
Yeah.
a freaking he gonna take your face off. So they better be careful. I'm just saying to my fighters that's in that weight class or somewhere around in there, y'all be careful calling out this young man's name right now because you might
Yeah.
not want to do because I don't think it's going to end well.
Okay. Nah.
Yes, yes. I think even Connor would be like, I think we need to give him a warm up fight for our fight.
Yeah. I don't even see why Conor is trying to chase that fight. You know what I mean? He got whipped up. I don't. What is he gonna have for him? Actually,
I don't
that's his
know.
weakness. I mean, if he has a weakness, that's his weakness. That ground.
Yeah,
And somebody mauling him. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And you know what is
Yeah.
sad because he has his extremities say he should be a great ground fighter. Connors, his long arms and legs and hands and stuff says that he should be a great ground fighter, but I don't think he has as much interest in it as, maybe he should. But we never know. We don't know what he's doing because he's a little bit of a prankster too. He like to make like his ass don't be doing nothing, but his ass stay training too.
Oh, he
Conor
been training.
McGregor. You know what I'm saying?
He is
So
one of the hardest training guys out there. You know what I mean?
I
But it's
always
it's the style that he's training, and he need to come over here and train a little bit more.
and you know what
And
else
work
I think
more.
it is? I think a lot of times by the time Connor gets into the octagon, like he ain't listening to nobody. He gonna do what he want to. He
That's the
ain't listening to
problem.
his
Yeah,
coaches and
he listen
shit.
to that.
So he gonna do what he want to. And that's his style of fighting. So we either gonna like it, love it, or leave it.
Yeah. It's just that it's not many wrestlers over in his area. So he's probably not getting so much. I mean, you got Dylan, but Dylan's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's not a wrestler. You
hmm
know, he
hmm
needs a wrestler. If he want to work with fighting Khabib, he need a wrestler. Somebody where he can stuff takedowns and you know
Well, shoot,
get
Connor
out of
can pay
situations and
for
shit.
the top echelon of everything and anything he wants to do in life at this point. So he can pay for the top wrestlers in the United
Yeah,
States or in Russia or whatever country he chooses to come train with him or go there and train with
he
them.
can, and
You know what
he
I'm saying?
probably
And
has.
it's too
Too.
bad. It's too bad that he's made such an enemy of Khabib that that kid would take a penny from him if he was on fire on Sunday in front of the church. So
Yeah.
there we have it. So I'm picking everybody that's an underdog on the card except for Peter. He's not an underdog, but I'm picking. I'm rolling with him. I feel like this card is the way is especially the top of the card, the main event portion. I feel
Mm.
like it's so jacked, and every single fight there's a purpose, a rhyme, or a reason, and one of the two fighters, if not both, have a point to prove. Have
Hey,
a
what do
point
you
to
think of
prove.
that Sean O'Malley kid?
I like Sean O'Malley.
Somebody brought him up earlier on my when I was talking with Den earlier.
He's smooth as butter.
Is that the kid that calls himself Sugar or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say that he go beat everybody in the 35 division.
That's the
I
tall,
like him.
lanky kid with
The
the braids,
tall, the
right?
tall rainbow hair guy.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
be
And
like 6'9".
well, I like his fight persona. I think he's young.
I like his fight style. That's about it.
I like his
That's about it.
yeah,
I
his
don't
fight
think he's
style.
as good as he think he is. Because once he get in there with a good ass wrestler,
I
that's
was
when we're
just
gonna
getting ready
find
to
out.
say it's going to take, and just like with any young fighters, including you, Mr. Birdsong, it's going to take a couple good ass whoopings to get some seasoning on that skillet. You feel what I'm saying? It's just you
we
got
get
to
ass
season.
whoopings all the time in training.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that count, the ones that go on the record, the ones with the asterisks beside them. I think it just takes it.
Those hurt you mentally more.
Yeah, I never
See,
experienced that one, unfortunately.
but I think, but for me, my process of how I process what I see and what I hear from y'all is that I don't believe that y'all can truly enjoy being a champion unless you have ever been in the loser seat. You cannot really appreciate that championship unless you have tasted at least one defeat. You
That's why I
have
said
de-
I have never experienced the defeat part, so I wouldn't be able to say that.
there's not very many of y'all out there that can stake that claim, no.
Mayweather.
Mm.
That's
That's
it.
what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
very few that can stake that claim. So with that
yeah,
being said, that's a fact of y'all's fight life. That
right.
victory comes with defeat and defeat comes
You
with
just can't let
victory.
it bother you. You know what I mean? You know that okay. You got to take that loss as a learning lesson. If you don't learn from it, it's done nothing for you. You know what I mean? Done nothing. But you have to take it as
But
a learning lesson.
but you know what? Yeah, it's always so easy to say, but it seems like it's the hardest thing to do.
It is the hardest thing. Nobody wants a loss, especially when you're undefeated. Hey, how you feel about that loss, John? When you're
Right,
undefeated,
right, right.
he's just experiencing it. You know what I mean? So
That's
But also,
crazy. I ain't
I
even.
say that, and I say that because it also, like you said, it's a mental thing, and it can make y'all do stuff that y'all either normally wouldn't do or shouldn't be doing. Like your
right.
boy Big Baby Miller. Like he done fucked off his whole career trying to protect that undefeated fucking record. That doesn't make any sense to me for you to prove yourself to be a liar not once but fucking twice. You cut yourself off for millions of dollars to be made. You give your sport a bad, an even worse looking name. You know what I'm saying? It's already enough that's dealt with within the sport itself. But then for you to purposely put yourself in that position. Okay, I tried to rap with him the first time, and I banned him from the Queendom of Fight His MMA because I was just that mad with him about that fight with Joshua. Like that was millions of dollars. Like who does that? So I was like over it then. And then he's supposed to fight Jerry Forrest yesterday. That should have been him and Jerry yesterday.
Mm.
But because of his, and then this is another thing that pisses me off about this is that no matter how much, if he ever tries to defend his team, they look just as bad because y'all already knew that this is not his first go round. So y'all should have been keeping a closer fucking eye on him, and everybody should have been on the same page about how we was going into this fight. Now, if he did this, then he and his team really didn't know about it. How sneaky is that of him as a fighter? All these people putting all their time and energy into him, and then he's going in the back room taking shit he shouldn't be. So no matter how you label this, it is not a good look. That's not an asterisk. No fighter should have beside their name. And I'm just over it with his ass. There's nothing else that he can say or do. He can't ever say nothing to me that's going until he say to the world, I fucked up. Cause see, that's why John Jones' ass is still in any kind of standing within the MMA community because he admitted his wrongdoing. And people would rather see you admit your wrongdoing and try to help you rebuild from there than to know that you are living this fucking lie.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's his problem. He came out, lying and trying to be somebody that he wasn't. He should have came out just being himself from the get go. you know.
And
Then
I just knew, like, I was so geeked up for that fight with him and that other kid, Joshua. I was geeked. Do you hear me? I thought I might have been eating plain sugar because I was so geeked up about that fight. And
yeah.
then he got busted. I'm still mad about that shit. If you can see that in my face right now, I'm still fucking mad. If you want to turn around and do that shit again for even lesser money, you gonna do that, boy? No, I'm not doing it. And that's why I say there are certain things that I give y'all passes for, and there are certain things that I will not bend with y'all on for love or money because I know that it's not a good look for y'all and it's not a good thing for y'all. So I can't bend on that one. I just cannot. And I still question John Jones. He's the GOAT. I mean, everybody gives him that GOAT title, and everybody just gives him this pass, and we overlook like none of this stuff ever happened. And they moved a whole freaking UFC card for this cat. They moved a whole card in case don't nobody remember that or don't nobody want to
I
fucking talk
remember,
about
yeah.
that shit.
Oh
So
yeah.
my thing is, how much more does he really fucking want? He got more power than almost any fighter in the UFC, including
Well,
Khabib.
he
Including
said that they're
Khabib.
trying to keep
Tell
his
me
same
one
contract.
motherfucker. Tell me, and you know what? I think Khabib is one of the only other fighters in that organization that Dana White would just absolutely pick up the whole card and move it for her. There's nobody else he would do that for. And I don't care how much he smile and grin in your face and say how much he like your fight. He not moving that card, but for one or two people, and maybe GSP. Three people. That's it. That's it. That's it. I don't even see nobody else on that list.
He said he fed up with
I'll wait.
GSP though,
Yeah,
but he
I'll wait.
ain't let him come back.
I'll wait. I'll freaking wait. You got another name? I'll wait for it. But until no, he got way too much power, and I think he want to be doing the right thing with what he's doing about the money and stuff. But at the end of the day, he has more power than most of those fighters in the UFC. Nobody else is going to move a card.
He has a point. They should be getting paid more.
What did Dana White? There's one thing that I very rarely, if ever, see Dana White do is end up backpedaling from anything he says. He keeps saying and he keeps repeating, ask John how much he really makes. He will not tell y'all how much he really makes. He's just upset that he might not be making as much as Khabib or Conor.
He's not. yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying? But he's still
he need a super fight. That's why he wanted to go up to heavyweight.
He still makes
to get that
more
super
in a fight. He still makes more in one fight than a lot of these fighters will ever fucking make over the lifetime.
But do you think he should still be making the same to go up and fight Francis? You think his contract is still the same?
No. I think
that's
he should
what I'm
get
saying.
more money.
And that's what he's saying.
He's
saying they want to keep him. They wanted to keep him at the same, because he's making a lot of money and they figure he'd be okay with it. But no, you're fighting a big ass monster, man.
Then he's moving into a different danger zone. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He is.
So yeah. And I think they should give him more money, but as long as he's not being like overly, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Not overly.
But
what they should do is give him part of maybe the pay-per-view sales or something.
They gotta treat him just like they did Jorge. They gotta get within that ballpark so a brother.
Well, they probably didn't bring that to him then.
So time and work with Jorge because Gilbert got hurt. That shit was like perfect.
Man, that Jorge been on a roll, man. As far as luck goes, you ask me. I mean, yeah, he's a badass fucker, but man, he's been lucky. He would no in the hell I thought he would be Aspen. No way in hell. I thought that was an easy fight for Ben, actually. Shit, what the fuck he did? I didn't think he'd be Till. You know what I mean?
No, Till. That's what I was worried about.
Streak, boy.
Wow.
Well, and Darren Till is very technical.
Oh yeah.
I ain't all that impressed with. I guess I remember.
But he's a genius now.
He do a lot of this
ass
too.
Move they did.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you see what I'm saying? So did it even behoove them to even have this argument with him in the first place? And it still shows.
Yeah, because he did end up getting more.
No, I'm saying, did it even behoove the UFC to have this argument with Jorge?
Right, you're right.
Because they still had to come back around.
Had to end up
and meet him anyway. In a reasonable place anyway. So, but Dana says, this is 20 years and it's been forever. Fighters have been saying this. It's not going to stop. We're not ever going to have a fighter come forward and say they're paying me way too much money. I got to give some of this money back. I get that. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think as they are being champions for this cause within the sport, I think they also need to remind some of the young fighters of who they are, where they have come from, and why they are able to be in the positions that they are, and they're able to champion for them on the lower rungs. Don't give them this impression that it's going to work for everybody, because it's not.
Right.
It's just not. It's just not. And at the end of the day, Jorge admitted that he didn't get all that he was looking for, but he got
close,
a little bit closer. You feel what I'm saying? Which means that the UFC still had to have that itty bitty edge of control. You know what I'm saying? To look like they are the victorious ones, which they will be, because the card is now probably sold more than it was going to initially sell right now. We ain't even talking the fight until tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? You still got all the looky loos that's still talking about they don't know whether they're gonna get the fight, and then all kinds of different dynamics coming in. So with that being said, like I don't know, maybe Dana White is just like this freaking mastermind,
He
cause
is.
Oh no,
He's a fucking
his
genius.
position is
he
like he's a
he just
master instigator.
That's his
you see
job. That's
thing
what a
is that
promoter do best.
y'all too funny. Y'all are too funny.
Yeah.
Master instigator. You
Well, he a
know,
genius with that shit for sure.
Mhm.
Hyping the fight up or picking like two people that'd be a good fight. You know.
well, he always claims that he doesn't have much to do with the matchmaking. So, with that being
He
said,
does.
I
Yeah.
think he
Right.
does. I think he does, but I think he also has to let his people do what the fuck you pay him for too. So, and there's been times when we question the fight until we seen that bitch.
Right. But you know
So,
what? He may not do much of the matchmaking part, but he's the one that brings in and pick all the talent to come in as well, though.
yes,
You know, he's the one
yes.
that got to give the okay for that. And who you match him up with is,
So
part of the matchmaking.
that's pretty much what Dean was going to fight Allen for, not only to enjoy the festivities, but he was going because they were going to be working on their upcoming season of looking for a fight, him, Matt
Yeah.
Sierra, and Dana. So they were going. I guess they were building promos for that or doing some work towards that while they were over there, and that now has been derailed, and it caused Mr. Felder to be put on the bench, and he's in quarantine because he was sitting next to Den on the plane.
I've
Um,
had two fighters too, just lost fights because of that.
oh my goodness, and he feels so bad. He didn't want to be sick himself, but he definitely didn't want to be the cause of somebody else being sick. So
Right. And he shouldn't.
so that was a double jeopardy for Den. But he seems to be in great spirits, and he's saying that they told him if he doesn't have any symptoms for the next week or whatever, then he can go home. But he says he wants to get test. He wants to get tested again before he goes home, so he doesn't take it
Right.
home with him. And he feels like there in Vegas, where he's at, is where he can get the best health care if he does, start to progress with the
You know what I don't
virus.
understand as far as the testing? If you're amateur, you can't get tested like that. Like soon you get there and you take the test. You got to go outside and get a test. And that could say you get that test say about a week or two. You get the test, you can catch the test 2 days or so later or whatever. Once you get in there, shit, you don't know if
That's
you got it or not.
that's my thing. So let me ask you a question about the Titans. So how are they taking care of the fighters coming into these upcoming
Well,
cards if
John
they're
had been
planning
through
on
that,
holding?
so he can tell you.
Yeah, I had to get my sister tested too, and we both got tested, and it was real. Like we had to go to this place, and we just had
Who
one
paid for the
day, so
test?
we did
Who
have to
paid for
quarantine on our own after the test. So like a day before the fight, so we stayed in the room and everything like that. So you still got a social distance on your own, but yeah.
so so who paid for the test?
Oh, they did. Yeah,
Okay.
they paid for it. They paid for it.
Amateur, you got to pay for your own.
So on this upcoming card next month, you'll go back through this process with them of
Yeah.
getting tested and social distancing and being quarantined before the fight.
Yep. And then they set up a hotel for us, and we just stay there. And basically, Miami back in shut down, huh?
Yep.
So it's not gonna
Is
be
it?
much going on anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
beach was
Well, you
closed
can't.
last time.
They're not taking
where's
any
this?
fighters outside of Florida
Florida? Hell no, y'all
unless
contagious
they
as a mug.
quarantine for 2 weeks first. Once they get to wherever they're going, they got to quarantine before they can do anything.
Y'all is a
Mhm.
hot freaking spot down there. Like
Yeah, it
it
is.
is.
I've lost a
Dong,
couple of
dong,
fights
dong,
because of that.
dong.
you know.
Oh my goodness. So Are there any fights that we haven't talked about that might be on your radar?
Oh yeah, I got a
Um,
lot of them. Um, I got Paul. Well, yeah, Paul a little sick right now, but he do have a fight coming up once he gets well with BKFC. He didn't get that fight with Lewis because they did have to cancel that card and whatever, and and they decided just to change the fights up or whatever,
Paul Ninja
which it
Turtle.
doesn't bother me.
She said Paul
Um,
didn't turtle.
Is that his name? My Ninja Turtle guy?
excuse me.
Is Paul my Ninja Turtle guy?
Yeah, yeah, the Ninja Turtle.
Okay. Oh, he was gonna fight Luis Palomino.
Yes, yes.
Now,
They like I said, they had to they changed that fight because they had to change the card around and move it too.
now, I like Ninja Turtle. I like him. I like him a lot.
Oh, he's feuding with what's his name, Lorenzo Lamas now.
Oh
He
my
got a thing
god.
with the UFC fighters calling him out.
Yo, so he thought he was about to go up to BKFC and do something to this kid. Lose post.
Right.
Oh my god.
I
I just
also
love
have
his spirit.
well, Lorenzo Hood, he has a couple of fights coming up. He has that championship fight coming up with contenders, and he has a BYB fight coming up as well.
BYB over in England?
Not BYB, not BKB.
BYB. Oh.
BYB Brawl. That is.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he calls it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
BYB
I
Brawl.
don't know why I always that does not even seem to match in my brain. Those two that and doesn't even match. I don't even know why.
Well,
But
maybe
okay, so
they do
wait a
something
minute, wait,
about
wait,
it.
wait. So I'm right now I'm calling him out. Mr. International.
Oh, Shoni?
Shawnee Carter. Yeah, I'm calling him out. I need my interview, Mr. Carter. And I was
Shawnee
willing to,
Carter.
yeah, I was willing to come to you. I'm trying to travel to you. Even in this I'm trying to get next to you, bro, so we can do this interview and do it right. Stop playing with
I
me.
hear he got a BK a bare knuckle fight coming up too, so it'd be best that you
Wasn't it
do
him
that.
and Dada that was supposed to be fighting?
That's what I heard.
See,
But we'll
that's what I'm
see.
talking about. That's what y'all be trying to hide information. Y'all know if y'all give me even one little
You know
tidbit.
what? I can't say. You know what I mean? I don't really know if it's gonna happen or not. So I'm not even gonna you know try to boost
Well,
that.
when he and I spoke about it, he is excited. He wants to do it.
Yes,
He wants to do it. So that would be very interesting to see.
it would be. That is big as hell. I don't think he know how big that is now.
Well, yeah, he do. Shoney ain't no dummy. He know what he doing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For sure.
He's a vet.
Man.
He
So
done got more champions than anybody I know. Trust me.
that's what I'm saying. He got more championships than any of these fighters could ever dream of having.
Right.
He done lost more championships than any of these guys are ever going to win in their career.
Yep.
So, I mean, come
Oh
on now,
yeah.
you gotta give credit where it's due. So I'm
Right.
calling you out, Mr. International. Miss Nikki is calling you out. You owe me an interview, and I need to get that. Let me hold 5, please. I need that 5.
Hey, also
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a lot of talent. I'm working with a promotion called Rise FC down in Florida. I have a team called Team Fight Club Jacksonville Fight Club, and I'm still looking for talent down there. I have a lot of good ones already, but I'm looking for more. And guess what? We're coming to Chicago as well soon. So soon I'm gonna be looking for Chicago, Illinois fighters and Indiana. Um,
Okay, okay, okay. That little corridor be holding some little nuggets too. No diamond nuggets, yeah. That's what I'm talking
Lorenzo
about.
Hunt, he has a fight coming up in September. BKFC, no opponent
Okay,
name yet, but they're gonna get him on that card for sure.
okay.
Uh, Bobby Brent, he got to defend his his title. They haven't had made a date yet, but it's gonna be in September sometime. His bare knuckle championship.
Hmm.
So that's coming up. And of course Leo Plaw, he's fighting for BYB. Got a fight coming up, and possibly a boxing match before that. Um,
Who, Leo?
yes.
Boxing and bare knuckle?
Yeah, he want to do boxing and bare knuckle, yeah,
Okay,
and
I
MMA.
need
He
to
want to do
speak
it
to
all.
him. I need to. I love talking to him too because he makes me laugh so hard. He is so
Yeah, Leo
he's
cool
another
dude.
one of my guys that is so I love his genuineness. Like he's so funny. I don't think he even intends to be funny, and he's just so funny when he talks.
Right.
And he's having so much fun. That's what I think. That's what makes it exciting is when I see you guys having fun. When I see you guys are enjoying what you're doing, it makes me happy to see y'all happy at that because that's not an easy thing to be happy with. Shit, you can't really be very happy if somebody's punching you in your goddamn head.
Right. But sometimes we
But
gotta have that too. You know what I mean?
yeah, but y'all make it look easy. Y'all make it look so easy that y'all just get
No,
to.
it's not. That's the key to fighting. Like when you learn, like, because adrenaline causes you to fight or flight. When you learn to see happiness in danger, that's the ultimate state you want to be in.
I know
In a
that's
sick
right.
kind of way, but yeah, he's right. you know.
Because then your heart won't overbeat to the point where you get too shocked. You just be
Right.
like in a state where you could pressure your opponent, and then he start drowning.
True that. True that.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that we haven't talked about, John, that you wanted to bring up, or anything? Anything you want to say?
No, not really. No, not really. I've
He
been
look like he
enjoying it.
look. He over there chilling. He about to go
Hey,
to
I done laid
bed.
down now. It's
I know,
almost that
right?
time.
I know. He's ready to turn the light off. Good night, Miss Nikki and Daryl. I'm going to bed. See you later.
It's almost that time.
It
I done
sounds like
ate.
you got the. It sounds like you got the kids under control. I don't hear the babies no
She
more.
sleep. Yeah, she sleep now. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's about that time. You gotta sleep when they sleep, don't you?
Man, I be telling you, if you don't, then you just gonna set yourself up for failure. You know?
See, that's
I've
what
been
I'm
in your
saying.
shoes. Trust me, man. I
Y'all
had to
deal
drag
with
my kids to the gym with me. I mean, which was good because they grew up in the gym, and
Yeah, that's
I
good.
ain't never had to worry
That's
about
good.
them fighting in the streets or anything.
Right.
that's
Um,
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You guys, your families are involved and all the love and support that you get, from your circle of family. And I don't think that a lot of people realize how much y'all do sacrifice in order to give us 15 or 25 minutes of entertainment. And I just want to be able to show
I
that side
appreciate
of
it.
you guys. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, I saw you had my
Because a
boy
lot of
Dean on
time,
the other day.
that
He
was
cool dude.
today. That
Huh?
was today. That was
Oh,
today.
oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. That's when
That
I
was
seen it.
just,
Then, yeah.
yes, that's what you thought. I was playing with
We
that.
we go we go back with the competition part too with our gyms and stuff. So we was in the same area. They used
Oh,
to beat the
yeah.
shit out of us all the time until the end. Then they couldn't do it no more. But he always had a good team. He's a real good trainer too. You know.
It seems like it. He's a hot commodity amongst the fighters, apparently. And
Yeah.
I guess for a coach, that's a really good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's been a coach for ATT for a long time. Long time.
Well, he's departed from there. He's kind
Yeah.
of solo now, so um
Yeah, yeah. I kind of saw stuff like that coming. You know what I mean?
but it
'Cause-
probably he seems happy. He does not seem like he regrets it. He seems like
oh,
he's
why not?
learning.
He could go
Yeah,
and make his own brand now. He ain't got to work on the
e-
ATT.
exactly. So at this point, he has no he's blessed by the best, so he ain't got no complaints, and I don't blame him for sure.
I've had
Yes,
opportunities to teach there. You know what I mean? But I don't want to. I rather, like I said, I have my own brand. And
right.
that's why I'd rather just keep it like that.
And that's what I think that's what he was feeling too. And probably it opens up more opportunities for you too, because you don't have to take what is given to you. You can make your own pool of what you want to pick from. of people that come to you. So yeah. So that means you don't have to be bothered with somebody that just irks the shit out of you. And just because they could pay, you know what I'm saying, pay to be in the gym or whatever, you got to be bothered with them. You know what I mean? So I know there's
Right.
a lot of different dynamics to what y'all are doing, as fighters, coaches, even being the wife or girlfriend of a fighter and being a friend or a family member. You know, it's a multi-branched tree. And you just got to be careful that you don't break the wrong branch at the wrong time,
Okay.
for sure. So we've made our picks for UFC 251, you guys. Everybody's sure that they sticking with what they picking.
Game bread.
Yeah.
Aldo.
I'm going with game bread,
Hayes.
but just just because I have to.
what about
Florida
Jessica
boy.
and Thug?
Who?
Jessica and Thug Rose. Who,
I'm going for Third World definitely. That's my girl. That's my girl.
I'm
what
going for
about you,
Thug
John?
Rose too.
Okay, we all
Hey,
in the same.
Yeah,
I'm tired of
Rose.
seeing that short hair. She need to grow her hair out because she's a nice looking woman.
That's
But
when Rose has been at her best when her hair has been short. I'm telling you, when she cut that hair off on her first run, man, she was
yeah, she
unfucking
did turn too
stoppable.
much.
She was unstoppable. So I see
Right.
her back to that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of them that is on this card has just had to go back to the basics because Rose has been
Right.
through the mud too. She almost wasn't going to come back to us. She wasn't almost going to come back to MMA. So now that
Yeah,
she's
she talking
back,
about it.
A, my question was going into the fight, are you mentally prepared to face this girl that did what she did to you in the first fight? You know what I'm saying? Are you mentally prepared for that? That was a real question for me. And how do you not get back into that position? I wonder if she trained with her strengthening because
Mm.
you know what I'm saying. A lot of times, if you got the strength to grip somebody in a way, there's enough pain there that keeps them from trying to move forward with that actual motion. So I felt like old girl was so comfortable with being able to just snatch her little ass up and yoke her around like she did because Rose couldn't get her twisted in a way where it was painful for her to say, oh shit, let me rearrange, you know. So at this point,
No
as long as she,
counters.
yeah, so at this there is no counter for that. And that's another thing that kind of makes me worry sometimes with y'all with stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of different ways that y'all can counter stuff or wiggle
Actually,
out
she
of
did have
things.
a counter for that. If you notice, when
What,
she
turn her
picked
head the
up,
other way as she was coming down full force?
no, but she kept her. If she would have let go of the girl, she wouldn't have came on force of her head like that. But she continued to hold to the girl when she brought it up, and she was going down. She still had that tight grip, and
But
she
look
didn't
how
have
fast
Right.
anything to fall back on. You
look how
know, but
fast
had
that
she let
action
go, if she would
took.
have released herself, she could have positioned herself to fall, in a way where she wouldn't have got hurt so much. Definitely
But
not
look
get
how
knocked
fast
out.
it happened though.
Huh?
Do you think really in those in that 2.2 seconds it took for that to happen, do
Well,
you
she
really
didn't
think
think
that
of it.
thing
You
was
gotta,
over?
you gotta have it up there, and you gotta think real fast.
And
But there was a way
probably
she could have got out of it. She just didn't think of it at the time. It was just too fast, I guess.
Yep.
look, that girl, she is just a fucking steamroll. Jessica Andrade, she is a steamroll.
She could have
When
rolled like
she,
Tony Ferguson. She could have
you
just rolled.
stupid, shut your ass.
No, she could have literally rolled. When you in them awkward positions, you could just roll and then go to your guard.
Yeah,
And do you
but she
think
fell right
because
on her head, though. You know what I mean?
I mean we
But
didn't
Because when
even
you in them awkward positions, not a natural single leg, not a natural double leg. It was like from the side. You supposed to kind of like get to a safe place because now you can get suplex. You know what I'm saying? She
yeah,
could have felt worse than that, but she felt
and
like,
Rose is stronger than what she looked. If you really notice, a lot of the fights she has, she's dominated, and she out muscling these women too. It don't look like
yeah.
she is, but she is. So
But she was in that
yeah,
awkward side
she has
position.
strength.
Yeah,
she just I don't know, she just seems so much smaller than
Yeah.
Jessica in that first fight. I'm pretty sure Jessica's team let her probably bulk back up a little heavier than what they normally would have in that first fight, so she could have some kind of advantage on Rose. Because
Well, you know,
Rose
they
was
they
just
out. They gotta.
picking her
They
apart
try to get over
undefeated.
that last loss too. So she's gonna come out
Oh
hungry.
yeah. So both of them are now. That's what I'm saying. So both ladies are licking their wound. They're still licking their wounds. Neither one of them got the belt,
Right.
and they know, and they both know whichever one of them win this fight, it's a possibility they gotta face that girl.
Exactly.
Yo, that is not a promising future for anybody.
You talking about the Chinese chick?
Yeah, she.
Ding
Oh
Ding
my
Wing.
God. Yeah, she
Yeah,
just
she's a
don't have no
monster. She's
give.
a beast.
She has no fucking give in her. None. Zero. Zilch. Take a step back. That's not in her vocabulary because she was not having that. That
Right.
oh my God, that fight with her and Joanna was just off the chain. Like it was more than I ever expected. But it was everything I wanted it to be.
Well, you be
It was
you
everything.
wanna you proving yourself for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Yo, she's one of my favorite female fighters. Her, Rose. I mean, I have so much love and respect for all the girls and all you guys. It's just I don't know. I never ever want to step into any of y'all shoes. I love talking to y'all, but I do not want your position at
that's
all.
fine. You'll love it. It's fine.
Hell no, what nobody whooping on me? Shoot.
You got to do the whooping.
Once you start doing a whooping, trust me, that's when you get hooked.
Hey, look, I
Yeah.
talk a good game. I talk a good game though.
Yeah.
So me and Kobe
Yeah.
Covington will probably be good friends.
Right.
Kobe
selling,
good, man. I like Kobe.
selling our
I think Kobe
selling our
really
little wolf tickets.
he took the he took the bad guy route just to sell the fight. Sometimes you gotta do that, man.
You know what he doing.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's a waste of energy to be mad at another fighter for whatever persona he does take on for his fight life? Like a lot of people are mad at Kobe. They feel like he changed, and then people say that Kamar Usman changed too once he got in the UFC. I mean, do
I
you
think
think it's a
for fighters, I think it's good because we always trying to look for a reason to be mad at each other. Like, I want to beat
okay?
your ass. You a sellout. You a so we kind of like we feed off of that, like the image that you take. Like, why you ain't being yourself? Why you not being real? I want to fight him, man, because that cat fake. You know what I'm saying? It's the fight business, so we
Is
need
there
a reason. Like,
anything that makes a fighter madder than that? Knowing that somebody is
It's
being
just shit
fake.
talk, disrespect.
Okay,
the
so
disrespect and then dodging you. Like you talking shit, but then you're not letting me fight you. And then
Right.
you play the police lawsuit game. Like that shit that's
Right.
crazy.
what
That's
is the police
crazy.
lawsuit game? What is
Cause we don't go by that. Like, okay, let's throw
that?
the hands. We don't gotta let nobody know. Let's just give me some rec. Give me 30 seconds. I don't care what it is. Let's see what it is. But when people be like talking shit on social media, and then if you come near them, they like, I'll sue you or call the police.
Right.
That's the worst.
I
That's the
didn't.
worst. Like,
I didn't try to sue
damn,
them
I didn't
people.
even know you was the feds. So I'm gonna leave you alone. I didn't even know you was a fed. Damn, you was
You're
talking like you
too
was a
funny.
big dog.
Did you hear what Ben Askren said a couple days ago to Ariel Hawani when he was talking to him about Jorge Masvidal? He said, "Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, stop it. I'm just standing here in the hallway with my flip flops on, leaned up against the wall. You're not going to punch me. You're not going to knock me out. I'm just standing here with flip flops on." I said, Ben Askren is crazy. But I guess what he was saying was the truth. Like, you be talking all that shit, when you see me, you ain't about to do nothing because you don't want to lose no money. So we
Right,
professional fighter.
right.
I just thought that was funny that he was leaning up against the wall, his flip flops, and Jorge needed to stop because he ain't going to knock him
Ben Askren, he got a special way of getting under your
out.
skin. So he got a special
Yeah.
way of getting under your skin. But
But you know what? He is
I
one
like
of
it.
the
I wish he was
most.
still here though. Tell you the truth.
yeah,
You know
man.
what? He said he has no desire to continue fighting. He's
He's
got to
still a
have a
little
hip
embarrassed.
surgery.
He's gonna get it back. Trust me. He said he had
He's
to get a couple surgeries done and stuff. That's why he wanted to rest. He was kind of glad that he stopped. But trust me, once that next start coming, he get out in there training with some of these heavy hitter guys and
You
see he
think he's
still
gonna want
got
to
it.
come back in a
He
couple
will be
years?
back, especially if the money's right.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think they could.
And
Yeah,
he's
see, they
money
gonna
too.
bring him in. They just gonna bring him in for pay-per-view billing anyway, because he gonna, like you said, he got a way of getting under people's skin, and
Yeah,
he
and
knows
people want
it.
to see him too. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I like
And
him.
I just love the way, even though that was a brutal knockout he suffered from Jorge, he
Yeah.
has like the best sportsmanship about this. He's like, even though it was me, he said that shit was funny. He didn't have to hit me them couple extra times. He said, even though I was mad about it at first, he said after I seen it a couple times, I had to laugh at
Hey,
Right.
it.
I feel
He said,
like he
I was
learned that from
already
Michael.
knocked out. I was already
Hey,
knocked out. You ain't have to hit me no more.
he learned that from Michael Bisbee.
Oh my God. So you
For
know what?
real.
He's probably only the only fighter that like I can only take him in
Uh-oh.
short doses. Michael, I can only take him in short
I
doses.
love Michael. I had to grow into Michael Bisbee. Like I like him now because I watch his podcast and I watch him being himself now with his, his regular self. First, you see somebody as a fighter, you kind of judgmental, but now I get to see him talking shit. He on a podcast, being a little loose, and I like Mike, man. He real.
I don't
He don't
know.
like.
I don't
I like Mike.
dislike him. I'm just saying I
Yeah,
can only handle him in short spurts.
yeah. I like Mike though.
Like after a few minutes, I think the tone of his voice, the monotone of his voice just starts to hurt my ears. What? That is not funny. Like, that keeps me from hearing a lot of good information sometimes.
Well, you sound like Anthony Joshua to me.
He do?
They all
Yeah, that's
sound the same.
you too
They from the
funny.
UK.
No, 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 no. Them two don't sound nothing the same. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But Michael Bisping, I think he has a way, like you said, like Ben Askren, like he can get under people's skin.
Oh,
And
no doubt.
and the fact is, like, he don't just be talking shit, he be talking the truth. So I think that makes it even worse.
And that's what I'm
It stings a
saying.
little bit
Good
more.
thing, he real, man. He real at the end
It
of the day.
stings a little
So,
bit more. So we're gonna see because he gets to take over Paul Felder's position at Fight Island until he gets cleared or whatever. So we're gonna
okay.
see. He's gonna be doing some commentating. So usually when he's commentating during the fights, like he gets in a lot of trouble. Even the fighters be talking shit to him because
Yeah,
he be
Mike.
Sam just giving them the business right there on the spot. So hopefully he can go in and make Paul proud for by he's taking his space and not get his ass kicked out of this situation.
Is Daniel Cormier going to be there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not sure, but I haven't heard anything from Daniel all week, like since earlier in the week. Like I haven't heard anything from him. So I
Yeah,
don't
just with
I'm not
Ariel.
sure.
He talked to Ariel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen him since then. So I don't know if he's gonna be there, if he's in a training camp. He's been talking about get ready to fight again too, isn't he?
Yeah. He
Daniel's
going
about to fight
Stipe.
Stipe, right?
Yeah. Stipe.
Okay. So, I guess they decided that Stipe was no longer being a big baby, and they still want to fight him, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, they were saying
Yep.
that he was whining and crying and stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Stipe was one that I don't know. I forgot. I gotta look back into it. What Stipe was whining about.
Who
Oh, he's
knows?
whining about the small cage for one. He
Okay.
wants the bigger. He don't want to fight in the small cage.
No, Stipe. I'm sorry, baby, but you gotta adjust like everybody else. And he got
Right.
to adjust
But
like
it
everybody
is
else
too
keep
DC.
saying.
Here's the thing is, I don't know. He might have a point because he is the champion. You know what I mean? And that is going to the advantage to the challenger. So he may have a point. He need to, he should get his way
But
on this
that
one.
goes back into when guys are the challenger, they press in the fight, and then they become the champion. Now they all of a sudden running.
He know he's not gonna out wrestle DC. You know what I mean? Now
Like
he got the
I
small
But he
cage and he
said,
wasn't a
can't how to get
runner.
away.
he has to adjust to that cage like every other fighter has.
That's
Period.
hard when you're going to get. All right, DC is not coming out there same way he did. He's coming out
Who
straight
the
wrestling.
fuck cares? Ain't nobody made no deal about this cage being smaller besides if this is what he's whining and crying about. Sorry, Steve, baby, but you ain't got that kind of power, baby. They not gonna make that cage no bigger for you, baby. So you
But
have
you know
to
what?
adjust.
I bet you
Mommy
they would
needs
have
you
did
to
it.
eat
I
the
bet you
white
they would have
bread
did it for
today.
DC.
Mom
I
needs
bet
you
you
to
they
eat
would
the
have did it for
white bread
DC.
today, baby. Okay, we ain't gonna eat no wheat bread. We're gonna eat the white bread today. Okay, so I need you to adjust. You can have all the mayonnaise you want, baby, but yeah, no, we
I
ain't
don't know
doing
though,
that.
man. I might if it's for a championship and I'm the champion. I want Dave to go my way. You know what I mean? He coming out to beat me. I ain't trying to put it in his advantage. I'm the champion now. You know what I mean?
But
Give me
if
what I
that was
want.
the case, then some of the other fighters could have been whining and crying about it and had the no, it ain't going down
They
like
not the
that.
heavyweight champion. You know what I mean? He deserve a little, a little play here and there. Just like John Jones. They got belts, they champions, and they making history. What's Stevie? He got the most defenses in the heavyweight division. I know he's not much of a draw, that's his fault. But
Okay,
still, he
Right.
has a
so
point.
that's where your point is mute. Because if he's not that big of a draw, why the hell would Dana go out of his way to enlarge that cage? Is it going to
All they
bring in
had to do
more
is make the
views?
fight
Is it
at
going to
a
bring in
different
more
location
views?
that had the
Is it
bigger
going to bring in
cage.
more
That's all.
views? Is it going to bring him? See, if it don't make money, it don't make sense to Uncle Dana.
That's
So
kind of, yeah. I mean, if you put it that way, I guess you
unless
could.
unless it's going to bring in more views, he ain't getting no bigger pay,
He don't
no
want to
bigger
lose that
cage.
belt, and like I said, he don't want to lose that belt, and he don't want to give the other guy the advantage. That's
Well, if
all.
he don't want to lose the belt, then he need to bring his ass to fight. He need to be training to fight this fight. This fight. If he don't want to lose the belt, then he's got to train and do what he does to stay the
Yeah,
champion.
it's gonna be so totally different this time. He know what he
Well,
got coming. He know what's
and
coming for him.
what he need to do is start adjusting to that. If that cage is the issue for him, then he needs to start training in that size cage. So
Well,
he'll
here's the thing:
already
is he should
he'll
not
already be
accept the fight.
adjusted. Huh?
He should have waited until there was a fight in the bigger cage that he wanted, and then fight on that date.
they
You know.
they're gonna end up fighting in Abu Dhabi, right?
Well, the Abu Dhabi has the big cage, so
So
I don't
where are
think
they
they fight
talking
in
about?
Abu Dhabi.
You think they're gonna have it in Vegas or something?
I think it was in Vegas. I heard DC. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then I heard Dana say that Vegas is regressing with the opening, so they going back to stage one
Right,
of.
that's possible. That could happen too. But because they having these non-audience, they having them in like smaller locations. So sometimes that big cage can't fit in there. You know what I mean? In some of those locations. So they had to kind of,
Well,
but
what we
shit,
better
that big ass
hope is
island,
that
man, you got a huge cage.
what we better hope is that Dana don't fall too in love over there and decide his ass ain't coming back.
Right.
He already talked about buying a house or a condo over there, so we could be looking forward to this being a quite regular thing being over in that part of the country.
Right. Hey, I hate to be small, but I think mine, just like before, my battery is real down.
My battery is
And
dying too.
yeah, we've been
Are
talking
you
for a long
falling
time,
asleep on us,
and I
John?
enjoy it. Huh?
I was wondering if John was dozing off on us.
Oh, I think he was.
Oh no, I'm not.
Hey, the whole world see you.
Well, we the only people enjoying us at this point, so we might as well enjoy
Yeah,
ourselves.
right now.
But right, so
Yeah.
John, hopefully you and I can get together one more time before your upcoming fight in August, and we can
That'd be
dust it
nice.
up and talk about the results of this card that's coming tomorrow, and maybe a couple others that might pass between now and then, and see where
Mhm.
you've been with training and how close and ready you are to your upcoming fight.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. And Daryl, you know me and you, we're gonna dust it up.
Oh yeah, I got some. I mean, if you cool for some more this week, I got you. You know, I got a lot of
Okay.
fights. A lot of fighters got fights coming up. You know, and you're my favorite interviewer, so
Oh, well, I appreciate that. You guys are one of my favorite teams. Yes. Every time I get up here with your fighters, I don't ever know what to expect. You be having some off the chain personalities, man, and I love them. They make me feel
trust me.
fun.
There's some of them I don't know what to expect.
That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
like Merc, remember Merc, right? Now
Yes.
he's just like a Jorge Masvidal. That fucker, he'll say anything at any time. That's why I'm like, okay, let's see.
Oh Lord.
And don't
We're
give a
gonna we're
damn.
gonna get him back. We're gonna get him back this time. I hope he's just a little bit tamer,
Yeah.
but we're gonna have him back. Absolutely. All the
Hopefully
time.
he's on that BYB card that's coming up.
Okay. Well, we'll discuss
Hopefully.
it. We got plenty of time and we shall see what we shall see. But I need
Definitely.
everybody to stay safe. Love, peace, and hair grease from the three of us tonight. We hope you enjoyed our talk about everything that's going on, and we'll see you soon.
See you,
Absolutely.
everybody.
So we out,
All right,
people.
see y'all.
Till next time. MOC, contact me. You know.